Hi engineers friends,
My name is Dejan Lalito.
my name is Revalino Rahmadi. As a student from electrical engineering, we are so very excited to welcome you our video.
We will explain you about how instrumentation system work and why they are important. So
Let's move to video.
Yeah, instrumentation is all about process and control. It is a system that measure process variable like temperature, flow, level, or pressure to monitoring and control industrial process. So if you're making oil, gas, medicine, food, and even generate electricity, it is what keeps the product on point and allow for automation and scalability technique for a company. It is to scale their product both safety, effective, and efficient.
If we dealing, let's say, a boiler system to generate electricity, and then we don't know the temperature of the boiler, we don't know the flow, we don't know the pressure, or anything about this other than the fact that full with something. So we provide those instruments on the pipeline to control and measuring whatever that flow through it, together with transmitter, junction box, control panel, thermocouple, measuring system change.
The first tool in instrumentation industry is a thermocouple. What is thermocouple? Thermocouple is a temperature sensor based on thermoelectric effect, also we know as the Seebeck effect. The Seebeck effect say when two different metal are joined and exposed to different temperature at each end, electrical voltage is generated. This voltage is then converted into temperature data. So, what is behind a thermocouple work? Thermocouple actually works in a simple way. Two different metals are joined in one end. The forming we call a hot junction and the other end we call a cold junction. So, when the hot junction is heated, the temperature difference between the two ends produce a small voltage. This voltage, usually in millivolts, is measured and translated into a temperature value. What types of thermocouple? Thermocouple have many types, but don't worry, here how to tell them apart the easy way. The first one is type K with the yellow color. It is the most common thermocouple. Can measure high temperature up at 1372 degrees Celsius. Great for general industrial use. The second is type J with a black color. Good for medium temperature but rust easily. Better for dry environment. The third is type T with blue color. Ideal for a low temperature, even as cold minus 270 degrees Celsius. Perfect for labs or cold storage. The fourth, we have the two types, type E and type N. Type E is very sensitive and very accurate, and type N is super stable at high temps, great for heavy duty industry. And last, the fifth, if you measure extreme heat, go with types R, S, and B. This type usually used in metal factory, guilds, or furnaces. So, in summary, type K for all purpose, type J for medium temperature, type T for low temperature, type A and type N for precision, and type R, S, and B for extreme heat. Move to the next discussion. We are going to discussion about transmitter. What is a transmitter? Transmitter is a device used to convert signal from sensor into standard output signal that can be sent into control system like a PLC or DCS. So in instrumentation system, transmitter act like a bridge between physical measurement like a pressure, temperature, flow, and digital words. A sensor detects a process variable like a pressure and send the data into a transmitter. The transmitter convert data into an analog signal. For example, low pressure equal 4 milliampere and high pressure equal 20 milliampere. So, if the signal drops below 4 milliampere and rise above 20 milliampere, It can indicate a foul, like a broken wire or sensor failure.
Move to the next part, that's it I call cable regulation. The first thing is a junction box. What is a junction box? Junction box are like a small box as a place to connect cable branches. That is to make cable connection safe and neat, also easy to maintain. If you comes from electrical installation department, you may have already seen. It's like a circle, usually have maximum 4 branches to connect cable in conduit pipe. Okay, after we know basic things about junction box, new question arise. For what? From the previous things. So in one production, measurement variable is not only located at a one point, but there are many points to measure. Thermocouple junction box connect a multiple thermocouple to measure temperature at a different point in a power plant. Next, it's also the box, but much bigger. It is a panel box, an electricity center panel box to control electricity and protect with a short circuit. Also contain a PLC. Explain the next. Basically, only for a control machine. Now we're going to logic section. Why this section is very important? Because from the previous series of the transmission measurement would be useless without a settings. Logic makes all the part useful. So what the logic actually is? It's a programmable logic controllers like a computer industry version to manage all the industrial process sequentially using a logic. So from the temperature transmitter, the value is 4 until 20 milliamp. Convert to degrees Celsius or Fahrenheit. Display on HMI or human machine interface and compared to desired set point. If the temperature value exceed the set point, an alarm will be sound or action will be taken.
That's all videos from us. I hope you got a little things behind the industrial process.
Thanks for watching and
Bye.